All right, Matt, we are here after your first OARA conference. First of all, tell us how it went.
Well, I was told it was successful in many aspects. So I'm taking the feedback from the members at face value. So I'm excited and I'm thrilled that, from my perspective, logistically it went well. I think we had the biggest turnout ever, so near 450 delegates attending, more sponsorships than ever. So really excited and looking forward to sort of doing the calculation at the end of the day in terms of how many people in fact did attend. But overall, I think it went extremely well.
I would agree with that. It was probably one of the best OARAs I've ever attended after 4 years of attending OARA. It was very, very good. Before we move on to, more OARA stuff, just tell the audience, as you're the new executive director of OARA, tell the audience about your nonprofit experience and your experience in the past and how you're going to translate that into working with the Recyclers of Ontario.
Yeah, I've been an executive director 3 times previously, once in representing documentary filmmakers across Canada, previously in a political setting as well. And I think what I learned in those capacities is you have a small association, you have to listen to your members, and you have to continue to advocate on behalf of your members at all levels. So it's listening, especially early on in this role, meeting our members as I did today and having done 15 tours of our yards. So continuing to do that, continuing to listen, continuing to take advice from Steve, who's been in the industry 30 years. And with that, I think I can be successful in my role, and everything that I've learned in association management prior to this will help me continue in building the success of OARA.
Absolutely. I would absolutely agree with that. And I know you've been making commitments to, meet with everybody that you can meet with, myself included. We had coffee a couple of months ago, and just you've obviously made a big outreach to people and tried to connect with everyone you can. So, as you mentioned, you've been executive director for quite a few months now. What have you been up to?
Yeah, a few things. One of the things I'm really excited about and going into, and I've worked on already, is the board's going to be meeting in a couple of weeks to think about a strategic plan. And that means the entire board's going to convene. We're going to think about the future, the next 5 years, the next 10 years. And so I've been working towards building a questionnaire for our board and other members, and really building on a framework that will lead this association. And again, building on Steve's success, but also finding a way to make the association a little bit more Matt than Steve. So building my piece of OARA and building, bringing my skill set to OARA. I think that conversation is going to be really great for sort of resetting the stage potentially and thinking creatively about what we can do in the future. Obviously, part of working at OARA is building this conference, so working very hard to send Steve off in the way that he's deserved. So working towards this celebration, this conference, and making it a big success. And as you alluded to, also just getting out there and meeting folks. So I've been at the CCIF conference, I've been to the ARA conference, I've been to 15 yards, I've met with yourself and a number of other media affiliates. So just trying to get as much information as possible in my early days about what I can do and tips people have for me as the new executive director.
Absolutely. Recycling personally took me probably 2.5 years to grasp the whole concept. So hopefully you're able to grasp it a bit faster.
I'm a quick study, but I don't know about, it's only been 6 months. So I hope I can get a little more time than that. Yeah.
Hopefully, yes. But from the OARA conference that happened this week, obviously it was incredible. But what were your key takeaways from the presentations you heard and the conversations you had with the guests?
Yeah, I think the first really interesting, the roundtable that happened on Thursday was an invite meeting where we had stakeholders from a variety of places in the ecosystem, and that was my first opportunity to see nearly 80 people in the room talking about their issues, bringing their perspectives forward. And I think we left that room wanting to see progress in the space of some of the key issues for auto recyclers, some of the key issues for our insurance partners, some of the key issues for collision and repair partners. So I think that I can work on, and we've promised to put a committee together, and I'm really happy to sort of lead that, and I've been entrusted to lead that. So that's number one. I think that's going to be valuable for all of our members, and seeing progress towards that, that's going to help the entire ecosystem.
If I could speak on that quickly, I know the roundtables are. I didn't attend this one this year, unfortunately, but I've attended the last two in the past, and those, like, it's very interesting to see how all the industries interact with how the collision repairers, the insurers, the auto recyclers, and the passion in that room is palpable. You can feel that passion, and you plan to continue that kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we have to. That's the whole point. And when you're representing automotive recyclers, they want to see progress in the areas that they think are challenges for them. And that's what I've set out to do. And that's what I said during my interview process. And that's what I've said to the board since we've been meeting for 6 months. And they have been frustrated in a sense. And I think everyone, in a sense, continues to sort of outline their challenges. And that's part of any ecosystem and any industry. And so, our job is to now bring a business plan to those stakeholders and say, here's how we're going to address this. Here's everyone's responsibility towards making improvements. And we see that as a win-win-win. It was said maybe 20 times in that room on Thursday. So I think that's an important takeaway, is how can we all win in this, and what measures do we have to take to get there?
What about your other takeaways from OARA?
Yeah, aside from, I think the continuing collaboration that I can continue to see in this industry, the friendships that I think are visible here. I walked away from this, certainly the Steve's lunch, thinking to myself, wow, what a way to celebrate a human being that's made an impact in the community over 30 years. I wish, in 30 years, folks are celebrating me, but we're also celebrating, all of these other folks that have been involved for many, many years in the industry along the way as well. And that's just a testament to the type of people we have in this industry, the sort of love and affection they have for each other, even though they're competitors at times. And I think that's really unique in the industry. And I'm learning to appreciate that. But it's something that, in terms of a takeaway, I think it's unique, and I think I'm going to appreciate it along the way and when I continue to grow in my role.
Absolutely, yeah. The welcoming arms of the industry. It's just, it's so warm. They're so welcoming. It's like, as Carolyn Carconi said yesterday, just like a big family. We're all a big family. But I'm excited to work with you in the future, Matt. Continue working together, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, appreciate it. Thanks.
Thanks, Matt.